Hey everybody, welcome back. And in this video, I'll be giving my review for Saltburn. Yes, the infamous Saltburn. To be honest, I was going to skip this one. I had no intentions of watching it. I knew the three scenes. It'd been going all over TikTok, everything, people talking about it. So I didn't really have intentions on watching it just because to me it just sounded it looked kind of weird from the trailer, and it just sounded like they went too far, I guess, in a way. But if you've not watched this one yet, it's basically I'll read the synopsis here. Struggling to find his place at Oxford University, student Oliver Quick finds himself drawn into the world of the charming and aristocratic Felix Catton, who invites him to Saltburn, his eccentric family's sprawling estate, for a summer never to be forgotten. So, Barry Keoghan, who plays Oliver, gets to this school, and it starts to turn into this gay romance film because he starts to fall in love with Felix. His character starts to fall in love with the character named Felix, played by Jacob Elordi, and but it's more of a friendship, and he invites him back, as I said in the synopsis, to his family's place for the break because he says he can't go home due to reasons I'm not going to say if you've not seen the movie. And this movie wasn't as weird as I expected it to be. Now, I will say I think a couple of the scenes were unneeded. The bathtub scene, they didn't need to go as far as they did. For me, personally, they did not need to go as far as they did. They set it up where what he does before the tubs, before he gets to the tub, to me is enough to show his infatuation. How do you say that word? Infatuation with Jacob's character. To me, that was enough. You did not need to go the extra step. That was just, it was gross, but it was also just unneeded for me. And then you have the graveyard scene. What they did there with the before the scene fully takes hold, we'll say, before he does his thing that everybody likes to talk about. To me, that was enough. You did not need that extra step. I did not feel like that was warranted. I felt like those two scenes was really there just for shock value. I don't think there was much of any other reason for them to be there. You know, if you feel like that it showed how much he loved him, then okay. I mean, that's fine. That's great if that's your opinion on it. But for me, I don't feel like it was warranted. I felt like they could have just cut those extra scenes out, the extra parts out, and left it without that. The vampire scene, if you will, to me, that wasn't too bad. I think that it made sense. I think that it didn't feel out of place in the story. It worked for what it was set up for. So for me, that was perfectly fine. That was no big deal. Was it gross? Yes, it was gross. But it didn't feel like it was thrown in for a shock value purpose. It just felt like it's what it led to. It is what, it was set up for that, and that's what happened. So to me, it worked. But cinematography in this was great. Everything looked great. Costume design was great. The acting was really good from everybody. I loved the twist at the end. That's what really drew me into this story, was that twist at the end. Um, and overall, this film was definitely a shock. It definitely shocked me about with how much I liked it. I think that this film um, works as a good psychological thriller. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Did not give it that 5 out of 5 just because of the unneeded parts in those scenes. And uh, a little bit of a drag in the middle, but other than that, the film worked. And there is a character in here also that I didn't mention. His name is Farley. I don't think he was needed. I think Farley just kind of felt like he was thrown in there to be the one that starts trouble amongst everybody, because he just didn't feel like he had a purpose to be there. Other than that, I think you could have taken him completely out of the story, and nothing would have changed. There'd have been nothing changed with his story, with the story, with him being out of it. So, why he was in there, why they needed him, I don't know. Like I said, I think that possibly just to be somebody who stirs up shit, but um, to me, he just was not needed. But I think that is everything now for this. Definitely give it a watch. Yes, the scenes are the two of the scenes at least are going too far and very unneeded. But everything else is great. Definitely one I would watch again. Excuse me. Definitely one I'd watch again, and we'll be picking up once it hopefully gets a physical release. But I ended up giving this one a 4 out of 5. So we'll see where it lands, if it makes my best of the year. But that is everything for my review for Saltburn. So please comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for our videos. We'll see you on the next one.